On today's episode of Flyer News, Cassidy Slamman will inform you on the forecast for this week on weather. Watch.
We also have a story brought to us by Benji Kling about the yearbook that came out this year. A live recap of New England sports with Evan Marinofsky on his new segment, Sports You Slept Through.
Yep. Take it there now.
Good morning, Framingham High School, and welcome back to Flyer News. I'm Colin Dowdy.
And I'm Robin Kerr. Today is Monday, June 6th, a day 6 with periods running DABEG.
Up first, we have a weather forecast to prepare us for the rest of the week and give us some insight as to why we're getting so much rain.
Here's Cassidy Slamman with this week's local weather.
Good morning, Framingham High School. Today we are looking at a sunnier day than yesterday and warmer at 86 degrees and a low of 60. However, thunderstorms will be back on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday will be about 80 degrees, Wednesday will be cooler at 70 degrees. So why are all these thunderstorms happening? Well, there's a tropical storm that's first hit Texas this weekend. The storm is now working its way up the East Coast and is expected to most seriously affect the middle of the East Coast, which is about 17 million people. We will not be directly hit by the storm, however, as it loses steam, but we will get these thunderstorms. These storms will be gone by Thursday, and that day will be 64 and sunny. However, it's still a bit chillier, and Friday will be around 69 and partly sunny. That's it for this Weather Watch. Tune in. Okay. I'm Cassidy Slamman. Let's take it back to the desk.
At 9:10 p.m. on Friday in Arizona, boxing legend Muhammad Ali died at age 74. He had spent 5 days in the hospital prior to his death due to respiratory problems. Ali had lived with Parkinson's for about 30 years and had survived death scares in recent years. However, the breathing ailment he was diagnosed with led to septic shock, which is an aggressive response to an infection that results in organ failure. Ali was surrounded by family. The funeral is set to take place in Louisville, Kentucky, Ali's hometown, with eulogies being given by former President Bill Clinton, journalist Bryant Gumbel, and comedian Billy Crystal. Muhammad Ali lived up to the nickname The Greatest, not only in the ring, but also as a global ambassador of goodwill.
The torrential rains in France caused the Seine River to rise 15 feet above its normal height. 6 people were killed due to the flooding, and thousands have been evacuated from Paris. Museums, most notably the Louvre, which holds the Mona Lisa, have been shut down to move artwork from storage in the basements to higher ground. The river peaked on Friday and is now receding. Other countries affected by the heavy rains in Europe were Germany, Austria, Belgium, Romania, and Moldova. Around the same time, a flash flood emergency was declared along the Gulf Coast. Flyer News will keep you updated with the news of the natural disasters nationally as well as globally.
Every year, down in the basement, writers and photographers work incredibly hard to put together the yearbook.
Reporter Benji Kling has more details on the final product and where you can get one.
We're selling yearbooks. They're on sale for $85. They're still on sale, even though we pre-sold them.
No need to worry if you haven't already gotten a copy of the yearbook. You can still buy one, as members of the yearbook crew were selling them at last Friday's lunch. But if you already have one, there's good news for you as well.
If you already bought a yearbook, come pick it up in K007.
This year's yearbook is something you definitely don't want to miss out on.
Every hour, every A period, working really hard to make this book. Mr. Flagg, although he sort of advises us and helps us out, it's all a student-made book. So I think the design looks awesome. I think it's a great concept. And the fact that students were able to do this, I think it's just a cool thing.
Cost concerns also shouldn't be a reason not to get one.
One of the biggest concerns with the yearbook is the price, and $85 is a lot, but you're getting a lot of bang for your buck because of the for the high quality photography we got in here and the very good journalism we got. it's definitely worth it.
I really think everyone should be buying the yearbook. It's a great representation of Framingham. 1 year put into 180 pages from sports to personal stories. This year, the staff really worked hard to put in stories from students that you might not otherwise hear about in the school, and we thought that that was really important to do. We put in some controversial stories, we put in the standard yearbook excitement. I think there's something in there for everyone. Ignore the typos, and I think you'll enjoy the product. And in 20 years, when your kids look at the weird fashion that you had, you'll understand why yearbook is so important.
The yearbook crew isn't done working by any means, however.
We're really excited to get started for next year. A lot of changes are happening, so we can't wait for you guys to see all of that.
Be sure to pick up a copy before the summer. From Framingham, this has been Benji Kling, Flyer News.
Last Thursday, June 2nd, Governor Charlie Baker put a new policy on Massachusetts police and immigration into effect. The policy is a change from the existing ones put in place by previous Governor Deval Patrick, and it allows Massachusetts State Police to temporarily detain immigrants when they pose a threat to national security or have been convicted of serious crimes. This temporary detention is technically illegal, despite being on behalf of Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) officials. The Patrick administration had prohibited the Massachusetts State Police from inquiring about a person's immigration status unless it was tied to a criminal investigation, and even ordered state police to stop honoring ICE requests to put temporary holds on those arrested and living in the country illegally. While the Baker administration says police still won't be allowed to ask someone their immigration status, but for now, they have brought back the 48 suspect detention. Summer is almost here, and a big tradition for my family is to go see the Red Sox play.
You know, it's hard to stay caught up on all the sports going on when you have school and you're getting ready for finals.
I agree, which is why Evan is here to tell us about all the sports you slept through.
High school. Well, everyone was at graduation yesterday. The Red Sox were playing a matinee against the division rival Toronto Blue Jays at Fenway. The Red Sox have been struggling of late, as prior to yesterday they'd lost 3 of 4. It was Marco Estrada on the hill against Eduardo Rodriguez, but Erod had trouble early, as already down 2-0, Edwin Encarnacion hits a 2-run homer into the monster to make it 4-0. On the flip side, though, Marco Estrada was dealing as he strikes out Jackie Bradley Jr. and gets Christian Vasquez by way of the K. Estrada had a no-no through 5 innings. Now bottom 8, 5 outs away from a no-hitter, Chris Young takes an Estrada meatball deep to left field and gone to break up any thought of a no-no. He says no to the no-no. Now the bottom of the 9th, the Red Sox are starting to rally when JBJ pokes it into right field on his final strike. Hanley Ramirez comes in to score to make it 5-4. And now with the tying run on second, Marco Hernandez strikes out and Roberto Ozuna comes back from a 3-0 count and can thank his lucky stars as he just pulled that one off. Blue Jays win 5-4. The Sox are now tied for first in the AL East with the Orioles. They have tonight off so they can head out to San Francisco for a 2-gamer against the Giants. Also, the Warriors killed the Cavs last night, 110-77. Tonight, the Sharks and the Penguins face off at 8 p.m. with that series 2-1 in favor of the Pens. Have a great one, FHS.
Next on our show is the Pledge to the Flag.
And we have Cassidy and Emily here in the studio. Take it away, Cassidy and Emily.
Stand to the pledge for the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Today is June 6th, a day 6 with periods running D, A, B, E, G. And all students taking AP Psych need to see Mr. Brantwine in E102, Miss McKinnon in E206, or Miss Sequenzia in E208 to pick up all their summer reading assignments. That's it for me. More announcements. Good morning.
Hi, I'm from the high school color guard, and we're going to be having a meeting this Thursday in the band room. So if you're interested in learning how to do like tricks with flags, it's really cool. You should come down, and there will be food. Okay.
Hi, Kyle.
So, if you're going to be a senior next year and you want free parking, today is the last day to sign up for Family Feud. Each team member needs $25, so it's $100 per team because it's 4 people. So make sure you bring them in to B205 or C108.
Hi, Jared.
Hi, Julie. Good morning. Just a reminder for anyone who's interested in playing football, we got a lot of things going on today. So today after school in Mr. Marshall's room, E202, we have our sign-ups. So you have to have a check for $40 for summer workouts addressed to the FHS Gridiron Club if you want to come and work out with us over the summer. Those start July 6th. And then tonight we have our team meeting, which is at 7 p.m. in the library. So 7 p.m. in the library. All right, go Flyers.
Good morning.
Morning. All right, so boys volleyball has its sectional finals game against LS tomorrow at 7 at Wellesley.
If we win this game, we're in the state semifinals, and this is a trophy game, so everyone come out and get hyped.
Hi, dance team is having tryouts June 18th from 8:30 to 11:30.
We know it's really early in the morning and it's the first day after school lets out, but we will have donuts, and it's a new team with new coaches and a new captain, so everybody should come try out.
Hi, Pat.
Hey, I'm Patrick and this is Josh. We are from Miss Petrin's B period history class, and we have a Thirst Project community service promo.
What if I told you?
Over 660 million people lack access to clean drinking water.
Every 19 seconds, a child dies from a water-related disease.
A 5-gallon jug of water can weigh up to 44.5 pounds.
Children in underdeveloped countries spend 6 to 8 hours a day walking to get water. Imagine trying to go to school with that.
People walk an average of 3.75 miles a day in developing countries just to get water.
The Thirst Project is an organization that helps raise awareness and build wells for people in developing countries who don't have access to clean drinking water. If you see anyone with a can walking around school, donate today to help people get clean drinking water.
Good morning. This message is for any junior that was at the meeting last week for Seniors Helping Freshmen. If you got that little sheet of paper that had the survey on it, that is due by 2:30 today. So just make sure that if you're interested in participating in Seniors Helping Freshmen, that you fill out that survey by 2:30 today. Okay, also, if you're taking AP Calc AB next year, please make sure to pick up your summer assignment. That is in Mr. Giorsi's room in B207. Okay, so again, if you're taking AP Calculus AB, come get your summer assignment in Mr. Giorsi's room in B207. Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. First of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody who came out to graduation. There was a nice little window of no rain in there. We were able to sneak graduation in. It was a great ceremony, and I wish the class of 2016 the best as they go on their future endeavors. Also reminded of faculty that the faculty prom is this Friday, so please purchase your tickets from either Miss Collins or Miss Sequenzia, and hope to see you there. The late buses have been extended this week, so make sure that you are taking care of business. You can stay after school on Tuesday or Thursday. It's the last week of classes, and so we want to make sure that we're ending the year and the term well. And finally, we've made a dent in the library books. I think we've been from 479 to 386 books, if I'm getting that right. So let's continue that, please. If you owe a library book, please make sure to return it before the close of the year or to settle your obligation. And that's it for me.
All right, period D.
What a great way to start the last week of school before finals to see this broadcast of Flyer News again. Tune in to see this broadcast of Flyer News again. Tune in at 5 and 8 o'clock on channels 8 Comcast, 15 RCN, and 41 Verizon Fios.
You can also visit the Flyer News YouTube channel to see past broadcasts. I'm Robin Kerr.
And I'm Colin Dowdy. Have a great Monday, FHS.